Alright, how's it going everybody? My name is FMAB and I'm here with a video on Toonami and Adult Swim. And this is gonna be another one that goes into the things that made me playlist. Cause there's these things, they had an impact on me when I was growing up. So I wanted to talk about them because it can't be understated how important Adult Swim and Toonami were when I was younger. Because they had a lot of influence on me. I don't remember if I talked about this before, but I when I was a kid, I used to watch a TV a lot because that was the only thing that I had really, right? So like let's say when I was like 6 years old to like 12 around there, where I didn't have easy access to the internet. I would have to use like my mom or my dad's phone or my Wii U or something or like a console because my Xbox didn't have like it wasn't connected to the internet, or if it was, I couldn't use it because of Xbox Gold or whatever, like Xbox Live memberships. So I had to use phones, other people's phones, for internet access because I didn't have my own at the time. So if I wasn't doing that, I was watching TV. I was watching stuff like Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, Nicktoons, Disney Channel. I was watching South Park, which I shouldn't have been watching. I'm not gonna lie to you. I should not have been watching South Park when I was that young, but it made me who I am today as well, which is something I should talk about in a video. South Park is a crazy show, genuinely crazy show. But I'm just watching a bunch of networks and just learning, adapting, and growing because English isn't my first language. It's Spanish. It's like Dominican Republic Spanish, so it's that type of vernacular. But I came here when I was young and I had to learn English, and TV basically helped me learn English besides school. So I was adapting and growing and learning a lot, And one show, one channel that I frequented a lot because I liked the shows that were on it were Adult Swim and Toonami, which was Cartoon Network's channel that came on after like 8 o'clock, I think. So once Cartoon Network was done, which I was watching like Adventure Time, regular show, Steven Universe when it would come around from time to time, just stuff like that. And I was watching that, but once Adult Swim came around, like why would I stay? But I did stay. I did stay. I watched what was next because I wasn't gonna go to bed at 8. I was gonna keep watching, see what was happening. And usually it would be King of the Hill, American Dad, and then Family Guy. And I watched a lot of King of the Hill because, since it's still early, you still have enough like cognitive function to pay attention and see what's happening. And I didn't realize, but I watched a lot of it. Like passively, I watched a lot of King of the Hill when I was younger, which is cool. Because King of the Hill is a fire show. Like some friends of mine really watch the show a lot, and they know about this. Like they know about the characters, their arcs, the reasons why it got canceled, stuff like that. Like they watch it a lot, so seeing them rewatch it a bunch and just have it there, it's like, yo, I'm learning a lot about this show. Yo, why are you looking at me like I'm some type of tweaker, dog? What's wrong with you? You're always judging me. Like, oh my gosh, yo. But yeah, so King of the Hill, like it has some memories for me. It has some memories. I want to make it a video of its own because I don't remember much about it, but I do remember stuff like, oh, Dale when he had a gun license and he was with Hank and I forgot what the episode was, but basically Dale and his group had to do a shootout or whatever. And then the truck episode with Hank and all of them, or literally Bucky and Luann, or just stuff like that. Like some episodes that stick out in my mind, and I can't describe them really well, but if I do see them, I'll remember them, at least vaguely. But they have American Dad. I don't watch a lot of American Dad, but it was cool. It was a funny show. Family Guy, same thing. I'm not like a connoisseur on other Seth MacFarlane shows, but I did watch them from time to time. I don't have as much knowledge as I would like from from King of the Hill. But you have a bunch of shows that were on Adult Swim, like that I watched and didn't watch. Like I saw a couple pieces of Aqua Teen Hunger Force and just some other shows that would come on like Robot Chicken and anything else. But I didn't watch it frequently because some shows were kind of garbage. I'm not gonna hold you. Like some of them were pretty trash, but that was what the beauty of Adult Swim was. You just had different shows compared to what you were used to seeing on normal daytime television. Like you just have so many different experiences. Like granted, you could watch like The Simpsons on Fox or King of the Hill, American Dad, or Family Guy anywhere else, but it was Adult Swim that made it different. it really made it different, which is super cool. Like, because I think Family Guy doesn't run on Adult Swim anymore, which is really sad, but it's whatever. I stopped watching cable like 5, 6 years ago, maybe. I haven't had cable in a while, so I don't know what's going on TV. I know that something from the Creek, Henry from the Creek, is a pretty cool show, but I haven't watched much ever since then. Since streaming services also took off like wildly, especially since the pandemic, so streaming services are now the rage, which sucks for TV, for stuff like Adult Swim, but you know, it's survival of the fittest. You gotta improve to stay relevant and stuff like that. But Adult Swim aside, there was a section on Adult Swim, which is so let me explain it as best as I can. Cartoon Network was the main channel, and Adult Swim was a channel that came along at during the nighttime. So 8 to 5 in the morning, or excuse me, 8 was when it started, and 6 o'clock was when it ended. That's when Cartoon Network would come around. And on Saturdays, Adult Swim did this thing called Toonami, where it was anime, literally all anime from not 8, but like I think around 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock to 4. I think 12 o'clock to 4 or 5 around there. I don't remember because I think they did air King of the Hill, but I don't remember if they aired Family Guy and American Dad on Toonami. I forgot, but basically it would be normal Adult Swim until Toonami came around. And Toonami, you had all types of shows. When I was watching Toonami, there was Bleach, there was Naruto, there was Dragon Ball Z Kai. After it aired on Nicktoons, there was Samurai Jack airing because it was coming back in well at the time. You also had Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, which was airing at the time. Just a bunch of shows like Inuyasha as well. So many shows that were airing at the time that influenced my taste in anime, just introduced me to the medium, right? Because I know anime has a bad rep because of a the community with it, whether you're a weeb or not, or just like the degeneracy it promotes, and just it being a weird art form for people who may or may not like it. And I understand that, it's not for everybody. Again, it's a form of entertainment, the same way that Supernatural, Stranger Things, and shows like that are for other people in America. Everybody has their preference. It's just taking it too far or not taking it too far. And some people just may or may not know how to restrict themselves, right? So that's just how it is. That's how I view it, at least. But anime really kind of like changed my course of entertainment a lot significantly. If I wasn't like if I didn't like anime as much as I did, I probably would have been like a comic book type kid or something like that. Because for me, it was that or anime, like because I like superheroes. I thought they were cool. Spider-Man, Iron Man were my favorite ones at the time, and they still are. But anime was just better for me. I genuinely enjoyed it because I watched Dragon Ball Z as a kid with my cousin, my older cousin, because that was my real introduction to like the anime medium. But me watching Toonami was the form of like me self-discovering anime and just learning about what it all has to offer, what shows are out there, what I would want to watch, forming the genres of what I like and all that. Finding my favorite shows of all time, finding shows that I don't like. Toonami helped me do that because I remember watching an episode of Naruto during the Pain arc where, spoilers by the way, but where Hinata gets stabbed by Pain and then Naruto goes as like five tails or four tails form, and then all that stuff is happening. I remember that episode being aired, and just Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood as well. Were one episode where they were in the Winter Fortress or whatever with Armstrong's sister, I think, something like that. And it was just shows like that that really just introduced me to it, and I couldn't be more thankful because I watched so many good shows and learned so many things about just the world overall because of that. Genuinely, like all jokes aside, being corny or making me sound like a virgin, like literally, I've learned so much because of that. I wouldn't have watched Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood if it wasn't for Toonami. That tier list over there wouldn't exist because of Toonami. Literally, the Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood opening songs and ending songs were what got me into the show because of opening three, or excuse me, ending three. Opening three was something I grew to like. Opening one was just iconic, and then the other ones came along as they came along. I like most of them except for two, ending two and opening two. But again, that was the tier list video. You guys can see that later. But Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood ending 3 with Winry, right? That ending, I remember seeing it one time when I was watching the show. Or not, well, yeah. Like, I literally just switched to 2 now. Let me see, where did I put it? Yeah, ending 3. I put it middle of it, but in reality, it should be pretty high. But at the same time, I made this tier list off of, like, literally what I like the most, and Uso is legit my favorite song from this entire show. And then Golden Time Lover, fire. But ending 3, like, it had so much of an impact on me that I just needed to check it out because it was just Winry doing her stuff, going around doing the mechanic shop, and it's like, it's so simple, but the song is so melancholy, but so hopeful at the same time. And that song left such an impression on me that I had to check out the show on my own. And I loved it. Literally one of my favorite shows of all time. If it's not number one, it's number two or number three because I literally love that show. It's amazing. And even putting aside Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood for a second, Bleach. I watched Bleach because of Toonami. I'm still watching Bleach because of Toonami. That's the crazy part. I'm literally rewatching the show because of the Thousand Year Blood War, but I would have never have watched it if it wasn't because of Toonami, you know? Like rewatching the show all happened because of the time I first watched it because of Toonami and Super Smash Flash 2, which, Ichigo was in there, but we don't talk about that not yet. So I just literally I wouldn't be the person that I am if it wasn't for that, and my tastes wouldn't be the where they are now if it wasn't for Toonami. Like I literally have learned so much and seen so many shows because of Toonami. It helped me out. I formed my own, taste. Like I experienced Steins Gate on my own. I experienced like the rest of Bleach on my own. Only saw like snippets of it. Fullmetal Alchemist I watched on my own, and just overall learning and expanding my tastes. Because once I liked one show, I immediately went to another one because I was just so like enwrapped and just engaged overall on what I was doing, watching show after show after show after show after show. And I've kind of hit like a renaissance period again where I dropped it for a while. Like I wasn't watching anime a lot, if anything at all. And then I picked it up like 2020, and I just been watching it ever since. Like finishing One Piece, rewatching Bleach, watching some shows I didn't get to finish, like Darling in the Franxx or Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blooded Orphans, or just even picking up Breaking Bad. Like even though it's not an anime, like of course it's not, but picking that up was because of the anime craze that I had, as well as a friend introducing to me. Literally, Toonami is one of the most important foundations in my life that kind of shaped who I am, as it comes to like learning about entertainment. By the way, Toonami Tom, I think that's his name, the caster for the transitions between shows and commercials. He's Steve Bloom, an actor in like just media overall, whether it's in shows or anime or stuff like that. So he's also there. Like, if it wasn't for anime, I would have learned from Steve Bloom just being Tom. Period, which is fire. It's genuinely cool. It's just overall like even though I don't watch TV anymore, Adult Swim and Toonami really helped me out. Like Adult Swim just was weird, really weird, but it was enough to be like, yo, this is so strange. Let me look it up on the internet and see what's going on, just like stuff. And that led me to the internet where I found the rest. And I kind of want to do that later, like a video on like YouTube and the internet and how that shaped me and stuff like that. So there may be a video on that coming soon. But Toonami overall, just genuinely like it's important to me. I don't like not like oh, this is the most important thing ever and I should literally be thankful from the bottom of my heart. I'm thankful, but Toonami isn't like something that means deep, deep amount of like love or deserves a love from me. It's more like I'm thankful that Toonami was there because it helped me out. It introduced me, it led me through the gate, and then I had to find my way myself. So it was like, yo, this fire. That's fire. So thank you, Tom. You're cool. You're all cool. And I think Toonami's still going on now, where they have all like new types of shows. I think Attack on Titan was airing there at one point. Demon Slayer, stuff like that. I don't remember, but you know, it's gonna be it for me for now. I just wanted to rant a little bit about Toonami. Let me see what you guys think about it down below. Toonami, Adult Swim, even Cartoon Network from time to time. You know, like let me know what you guys think down below. Like, what was your favorite show from Toonami or Adult Swim or Cartoon Network? Like, let me hear it in the comments. But that's gonna be it for me for now. Thank y'all for watching. Hope y'all enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next video. Peace.